Greetings Internet, Didier here, and you better believe the meta has changed. Set 5 Perfection stands to be one of the most influential sets that have been released in Panini's Dragon Ball Z card game to date. So let's take some time and look at the top 3 most powerful cards in the set for each style, starting with, of course, my favorite style, Black Style. Starting off here first, we have a common, Black Nightmare. This card lets you search your opponent's life deck for a setup or drill and banish it. You gain 4 stages, and then you shuffle it into your life deck after use. What makes this card so good is, not only do you gain the knowledge of your opponent's life deck, you get to banish a setup or drill, which in certain matchups can be kind of devastating, considering, Yamcha and Roshi in the format, as well as orange and blue decks. In the least, you may be able to search out a Visiting the Past to just slow down your opponent late game. So it serves as kind of like a defensive card, giving you stages to mitigate some damage, or allowing you to use some energy attacks that are in your hand. It's shuffling into your life deck, giving you back a card, as well as having Endurance 1 makes it a solid add in almost any control deck. So if you're building a control deck, consider Black Nightmare. Next up, for your number 2 slot of the powerful Black Style cards released in Perfection, Black Confidence Shot. Now this card is super strong, and many of the old personalities are going to love using this card, namely Krillin, Tien, and Trunks. It's an energy attack costing 2 stages, the damage can't be redirected, and the damage modifiers on this attack are doubled, meaning devious decks sit happy because this attack is innately doing 4 stages and 4 life card. Its base damage is 2 stages and 2 life cards, but the damage can be sent into outer space, overdrive, light speed by just adding a few effects like upward dodge or Trunks level 4 overpowering. It's pretty easy to make this attack do more than 15 damage. That alone would be good enough, but let's consider its hit effect for a moment. If it hits and your opponent's MP is at 0, you can actually search your life deck for a named attack card and place it to your hand. So not only is this attack reaching the outer limits of upper damage for Black Style, but it also has a tutor ability. I have no idea how this card got through as an uncommon, but it most definitely should be a rare. And let's not forget about one of the greatest personalities to use this card with, Turles. Sure, his named attack is the best, but when this attack does 8 stages and 4 life cards innately, who cares? High damage and card advantage, can't go wrong. The last card we have for Black Style, one of the strongest cards released in the set, is of course Black Double Team. The reason this card made the top of the list is not necessarily that it's the strongest card that was released, but it's exactly the card that Black Perceptive needed to become a relevant deck in the format. A lot of my friends talked about how good Perceptive Mastery was in set 4, and I just kind of brushed them off. I was really hard on the Devious Mastery. I loved the damage modifier, and I loved the discard ability. I just didn't see the power of Perceptive, the value of that Perceptive added. But with this card, the value is obvious. When you could potentially just enter and activate your Mastery and get a free card in your hand, that's a free 5 damage you can't overlook. Not only that, this card has Endurance 1 as well as having a Choke-esque-like ability. It's a physical attack that does 5 life cards that's potentially unpreventable. So those of you with that play Perceptive that currently run Choke in your builds, I suggest you take it out for this card. Choke is non-styled, so it won't activate your Mastery, whereas this will. Now, Perceptive Mastery has a toolbox of strong effects that it can activate while destroying cards from its own life deck. Black Style sure did get many cards in this set that really helped out different archetypes, and these are among the most powerful in my opinion. Definitely consider these cards when building your decks and revamping your decks to update it for set 5. So I hope you liked my Black Style Perfection breakdown video. Please stay tuned for the rest of the styles, where next time I'm going to break down Blue Style and talk about the 3 strongest Blue Style Perfection cards that were released this set. Please don't hesitate to hit the like button, and as always, turn your dial to Random Number Gaming for weekly updates for the Dragon Ball Z card game.